Anytime we're doing new projects in the Upper Darby School District is fantastic.
It's always a good thing when you have something new and something exciting to work with.
You can see that a lot of our buildings are starting to deteriorate. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and Tim and the upper administration are pushing for these things. And it's a great thing that we have the money that we can do it.
Every year, the people talk about, what can we do to better the schools.
We have the opportunity to discuss renovations in the building, things that we see need to be fixed, things that we wish to be fixed. So we have kind of our wish list and things that actually have to be addressed.
So the high school, we re-blacktopped all the parking lots, the whole length of Lansdowne Avenue, with new curbing, new blacktop, concrete walkways we put in. Also at the high school this summer, we put in brand new bleachers on the visitor side of the football field, which really turned out sharp. And then we have a new softball field, a new baseball field. We put a new drainage system in. We put a new sprinkler system in. The whole field will be sodded. The infields of the baseball and softball are going to be turf. We put new scoreboards up. We're having fencing all the way around. There'll be new backstops for the baseball and softball. Drexel Middle School. Locker rooms were outdated from the beginning and when they were built.
The locker rooms, they were all right, but they were kind of terrible. A little stinky,
The locker rooms were not in great shape prior to this school year. The summer really made a huge difference. They're so clean, they're welcoming, they're gonna be awesome for when we have visiting teams.
It feels so much more open. It's like it got bigger, even though it just stayed the same.
Westbrook Park had 3 air conditioning units on their last leg, so they were replaced this summer.
I think it was the 5th grade and kindergarten wing was completely gutted.
All new ductwork. It was all new ceilings, lighting, all LED lighting throughout the whole school now. All the classrooms were painted. We went into Hillcrest Elementary School and we took out all the flooring from the 2nd floor to the basement.
We've been always patching it, and it just got to the point where we needed to do a complete tear out and redo.
We abated all the hallways, the cafeteria, 2 classrooms.
We have it tested first to make sure it's asbestos. If it is, then we have that removed before we can do anything.
They did our school from top to bottom, and not having that worry within the hallways where people are constantly passing through is a relief not only for the people that work in the building every day, but also the community, because the safer that we make the environment, the better off the kids are going to be.
So we have the company come in, they remove it, then they test the air, and to make sure it's okay to go back in. And once it is, then we have our floor company come in.
They went in with all brand new tile and tiled all the hallways from the ground floor to the 2nd floor.
After those renovations were completed through the summer, it was decided to update all of the lighting in the lobby as well to make sure that when you enter Hillcrest, it's a nice, bright, welcoming environment.
And what we're really excited about was the big projects, the auditoriums in our secondary schools, our libraries in their secondary schools.
Before it was pretty closed in. There were a lot of bookshelves kind of coming into the main area, and then you had just kind of like a sea of different tables and chairs there in the middle.
Everything was, it was good, solid wood, but it was very 70s, very dated.
The shelves, it made it so much more enclosed and dark. The windows you could barely see through before.
They were very foggy just from age. After so many odd years, it becomes, haunted.
I remember eating lunch in there, and it would just be a hot mess, and it smelled like, how could I put this? It smelled like underarms.
The maintenance staff here at Beverly Hills did a great job clearing everything out. We had to get everything out into the hallway. In the library, there's some offices in there. Box everything up, label it, get it ready to go. It was crazy to see everything out of there.
And they started towards the end of the school year. The last few days of school, we had to shut down. They worked pretty quickly in here.
We did all new ceilings, paint, flooring. We got all new furniture on the bookshelves.
We got brand new windows installed as well, so the sunlight shines through from our courtyard.
The total renovation of these libraries, it makes it look new, fresh, and inviting.
The way that we have it set up, we only have these 2 really tall bookshelves, but everything else is very kind of open concept. They've rearranged everything in here, the library, and I've noticed the shelves are different and how the books look much nicer.
They have it set up so you've got an open space. You've got kind of tables running through the middle of it, up in the 2 areas on the mezzanine. They repainted that, they redid that. That's more open now.
I also feel like it has a little bit of like a college feel.
The first thing I thought of when I went into the library was like a bookstore. Like like chic bookstore.
Now it's like a comfortable, modern workspace for everybody to utilize.
Attendance for the library had been not so great before, but we get people every day, students coming in between periods or after school, like, when is it open?
More kids will want to come in here and actually do their work because of how it looks now.
And looking in there, I'm like, wow, it's really spacious and it's open. It just looks so nice. And like, yeah, it just makes you like excited to want to go in there.
My first year, about like 2 years ago, starting that like, hey, the plan for the auditorium is going to come, and got told about the 2-year phases.
So phase 1 was during the 22-23 school year, which was lighting and sound.
They redid all the lighting and sound system that's hanging from the roof.
And then phase 2 was the 23-24 school year, which was the physical space.
The side that people see. So the seating, the floors, the walls, the stage. There was a time where there wasn't carpet, and then there was, but that became pretty...
The floors were kind of...
On the carpet, somewhere around here, there was like a ginormous stain.
We definitely needed new seating.
Seats were all busted.
There was a seat here that we kept trying to repair over and over again.
That one chair in the front, that was always broken.
And it was so old, finding the parts to repair it was hard.
Them seats were original to the building. 1920 when we built the building.
If I had to sit one more year in here with a broken chair,
Finding out that they were actually going to invest in this space was really exciting. I could not envision what it was going to look like or feel like, but it was exciting.
We got everything ready for December. We did our winter concert at the high school, and then like the next week, I walk in one morning and they were tossing the seats, they were pulling up the carpet, and it's something you never imagine is going to happen. I just remember stopping and being like, this is real. Like, this is finally happening.
We were taking out all the auditorium seats out of all 3 auditoriums, ripping out all the carpet, all the flooring, putting all new flooring in. We painted all of them. Drexel Hill got all new wood paneling. The new house lights were put in, new ceilings at Beverly Hills.
But the construction was very long. It was 5 months plus.
First thing I would do every day is I'd walk by the door, I'd peel the curtain back and kind of just, kind of see where they were.
You never knew what you were going to walk into every day, right? So you walk in and all of a sudden all the seats are gone, and now they're just ripping up the stage floor.
It started really, really fast, and then you're not seeing the big changes, because at first when they took the seats out, it was like, oh my goodness, like the seats are out. And then every day when you would walk in, you'd see like the paint come on, or they'd start drilling for the seats.
For a while, it was like very gray. And so we were all like, wow, this is like the Hunger Games. Like, this looks like, that's what it reminded us of. It looked really, really bare.
It did get very dusty. We're still cleaning up some dust. But I think that's to be expected.
One of the things that I really enjoy that they made sure that we added to the auditorium is there's a lot of room for ADA seating or wheelchair seating.
We decided to take out the last row of the side orchestra sections and turn those into full ADA seating.
When they put the glass railings up, that was kind of a big thing.
There's enough seating for anybody that need, wheelchair accessibility.
Our other big change for this space was the new lighting and sound booth.
Before, it was sort of like almost an island. It was just kind of separated. It just kind of stuck out, jutted into where the last row of seats was. Now there's a wall all the way across that keeps the spots in. The board's bigger now. There's a lot more space to move around.
We were in the midst of the auditorium when, we said, we're doing all this work here. We could renovate the lobby area to make it all one big project.
Some people call the original floor very 80s McDonald's.
It kind of felt dirty walking in, and the grout between the floors was all old and gray.
We put a new ceramic tile floor in. We renovated all the bathrooms in it. We painted the lobby. We put new drop ceilings in with new LED lights, put new doors in. I loved the way it turned out. It looks great.
There's people that have been here, you got to think, some as much as 25, 30 years. They walked in, and it's really the first time they saw it. So watching their mouths kind of hit the floor was amazing.
I was overwhelmed. When I first walked in and saw it like this, overwhelmed.
I was very surprised. I felt like I somehow teleported to another world or something, because it's very different from last year.
The space just seems bigger, I guess because the walls are a little bit more clean. The floors have brand new carpeting. We have the lighting along the floors. The seating is clean and organized.
The seats are much comfier. The stage is different wood, and it looks newer, and it just makes it look more professional.
It makes kids, students more proud to, show off their school. Oh, look how cool my thing looks.
It's a place of pride that you want to be there, and you want to
want to do your best there and you want to play the sports there. You want to be in the shows there. You want to, do more things at your school because it is an amazing place.
I'm still very thankful that they actually changed it before I was gone, in high school.
I can't wait to see, what else happens and kind of where we go from here.